JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, PM signals changing his position on death penalty for terrorist gunmen. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has vowed that his administration, using the security forces and the full extent of the law, will go after the criminals who he says are terrorizing the nation. Addressing a post-cabinet media briefing on Wednesday, during which he announced that a state of emergency had been declared for St. James, Holness also indicated a change in his stance against capital punishment, as he declared that every effort will be made to tackle the terrorist.
My own view on the penalty for murder has evolved. I was never a supporter of the death penalty. But the more I study this matter and begin to understand the minds of the criminals, there are no souls there. They have no heart. They need to be removed from among us. But I'm not here to get into a debate about the jurisprudence on this matter. But within the limits of that jurisprudence, I believe the highest penalty possible should be applied. And currently, the penalties now are not a deterrent. Now is the time for the nation to speak in one clear voice to the soulless, heartless criminals amongst us. We are going to remove you from our community. Let us get the toughest measures in place.
Police say school bomb threats are a hoax. The police responded to at least 5 schools in 3 parishes after hundreds of students were sent home over a security concern. Deputy Commissioner Fitzbailey says an email was circulated suggesting explosives were placed at a number of schools. No incident has been reported. Some of the affected schools include Lennon and Denby High Schools in Clarendon, Greater Portmore, Old Harbour and Ascot High Schools in St. Catherine, and William Nib High in Trelawney. Head of the St. Catherine South Police, Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, said he was comfortable with the response and coordination with the fire brigade and the ambulance service. We are living in serious times and believe that things like these you cannot take for granted. We have to respond and respond effectively. And as a force, we have to seek to strengthen our capacity to deal with these, he said. Police said investigators from the Police Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch and the Communication Forensic Cybercrimes Department will be leading the probe to identify the source of the email. Meanwhile, Education Minister Favour Williams says the ministry is monitoring the security threats made to several schools. Principals receiving the email threats have exercised due caution and closed schools. The safety and security for students, teachers and staff is of utmost importance. We will update again, she said in a post on X, formerly Twitter. The Jamaica Constabulary Force have since issued a statement saying the reports are a hoax. Mile Gully student hospitalized following stabbing. A 16-year-old schoolboy has been hospitalized after he was allegedly stabbed by a grade 10 student at the Mile Gully High School in Manchester on Wednesday. On Thursday, the boy's mother, Sharon Hyman, said that her son was stabbed in his back after an argument in a restroom with the accused.
And your son is in what class?
Grade 11.
How old is he?
16.
But how you feel about the whole incident and what is happening in
What?
school? That your son is now a victim?
Why? Right now, me no feel good, you know. I don't feel good about the school. They become like the school want to, you know, come up more with more security and more behavior. They don't have any behavior, and why them carrying the knife going to school? How did the knife reach there?
You must be seriously worried about the person have lost your son and that's
Of course, no, he wasn't talking. And he have to do him whole heap of tests.
The incident reportedly happened during lunch break at the school. It is further reported that following the restroom argument, the grade 10 student attacked the grade 11 student in a classroom and allegedly stabbed him in his back. Hyman said police informed her that the accused was arrested. She said her son has been admitted in stable condition at the Mandeville Regional Hospital. A source at the school said that the incident stemmed from a gang war at the institution. Taxi driver shot during dispute with police in New Kingston. A taxi operator was shot in his leg during an altercation with police in New Kingston shortly after 12 noon on Thursday. According to an eyewitness, the cabbie, identified as Andre Johnson, had parked illegally at a restaurant located along Knutsford Boulevard before going inside the establishment to purchase food. When he returned, it is alleged that a police officer demanded his keys in an attempt to seize the vehicle. However, the operator resisted and was reportedly shot in the right leg by the lawman. He was subsequently whisked away by the police to get medical treatment. Uncle and the nephew murdered in Dunkirk. Our uncle and the nephew, who were shot dead on Wednesday on West Avenue in Dunkirk, East Kingston, were trying to move away from the area when gunmen attacked. Lawmen cordoned off the area with the moving truck still parked at the gate. Onlookers gathered in a nearby yard, their silence broken only by the mourning of a relative who sought solace in spirits and a cigarette to cope with the loss of the men who were known as Yellow Man and Benja. There was a double murder in the Kingston Eastern Division in the West Avenue area after 12 this afternoon. 2 men were shot and killed. The police responded to reports of explosions where they saw the men and took them to the Kingston Public Hospital where they were confirmed to be dead, said Dennis Brooks, senior communications strategist of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The men's relatives stood in disbelief as she was comforted by another woman, noting that the gruesome day marked the anniversary of her mother's death. "But she my mother gave a paint her headstone," she cried. "Out of the 7 pit my mother have, one brother may have left, and this August them go Bellevue." Another onlooker, who is familiar with the family, said the men shouldn't take sleep mark death. "Cause last year same day, them shoot up right at the gate and even Yellow Man did get shot. November the 8th, no Yellow and Benja come dead on the same day." A woman said that she hoped one of her relatives would assist her in moving out. "The place tense. The other day everybody isolate, cause them keep coming back. My expiry day come, me not have no money for pay rent, but me just want somebody say, me I give it the first 2 months rent free," she said. Men shot and injured at wholesale in Clarendon. 2 men were shot and injured while at a wholesale at Waterworks in Frankfield, Clarendon, on Wednesday afternoon. The men, whose identities the police have not yet released, have since been hospitalized. Reports are that around 2:05 p.m., the men were at tour guide retail, wholesale and restaurant when a silver Subaru motorcar drove up. 1 man alighted from the vehicle, the police said, and opened gunfire at them. According to reports, one of the men was hit in his left leg while the other received gunshot wounds to both legs. They were then rushed to hospital. A motive for the attack has not yet been established. Suspect held over illegal gun seized in Junction, St. Elizabeth. A man was arrested following the seizure of an illegal gun in St. Elizabeth on Wednesday night, the police say. A Taurus pistol containing 16 9mm rounds was reportedly found in the seat compartment of a bike. The police were carrying out an operation at a bar along the Junction Main Road when the motorcycle was searched. The bike was seized and the suspect arrested. Further investigations are ongoing. Body of missing British man found in St. Elizabeth after 4-day search. Residents in the Ballards Valley area of St. Elizabeth have reportedly discovered the unresponsive body of a British man 4 days after he went missing during a nature walk. The man, Robert Dyer, 60, said to be diabetic, arrived in the island on Friday and was reportedly staying with his brother. The senior citizen reportedly told relatives that he was going for a nature walk on Sunday. Dyer was reportedly found unresponsive in a vegetated area. It is understood that he last communicated with relatives about 1 p.m. on Sunday to say he got lost. A source said that Dyer's walking stick was found about 2 a.m. on Thursday. The people found his walking stick and decided that they were going to push out early on Thursday to continue the search. It was found close to Bull Savannah, so it seems as if he made a wrong turn, the source said. Efforts to get an update on the latest development from the head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, was unsuccessful. On Tuesday, Minto said citizens of Ballards Valley, the Jamaica Defense Force JDF Air Wing, and the K9 Division were assisting in the search. "We have already gone through miles of terrain, and the search is still ongoing as we continue our efforts to locate this individual," he had said. Minto on Wednesday said scores of police personnel were among a search team. He said drones were also used during the search. Hanover player hits $342 million Super Lotto jackpot. The whopping $342 million Super Lotto jackpot has been won by a player from Hanover. According to a release on Thursday, the winning ticket was bought at Diamond Lotteries in Sonto in the parish with lucky numbers 1, 10, 23, 25, 35 and 7. Another lucky player from Hanover hit the $100 million Lotto jackpot in October with the winning numbers 8, 12, 13, 18, 19 and 26. That jackpot is still unclaimed. To begin the process of collecting their jackpot, the winner must present the winning ticket with their signature affixed and a valid national ID at the Supreme Ventures flagship store located on the Twin Gates Plaza at 25 Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew within 90 days from the draw date. This marks the second time this year that the Super Lotto has created a multimillionaire in Jamaica. In April, one player made history by winning the historic $503 million jackpot. Don't blame opposition for a crime problem, says Bunting. Opposition spokesman on national security, Peter Bunting, is rejecting Prime Minister Andrew Holness's claim that the parliamentary opposition's refusal to vote for an extension of previous states of emergency has resulted in the resurgence of crime in St. James. Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared a state of public emergency in St. James on Wednesday in response to the spate of violence affecting sections of the parish. Holness says the opposition is not cooperating with the government, noting that the country should stop sending mixed signals to criminals. But Senator Bunting believes the blame game is being used as a distraction from the government's inability to effectively tackle crime.
If a government in office for 8 years with more resources than any previous government is blaming the opposition after 8 years, then it's time to look for another government. They have no excuse. They campaigned on this item. They have failed miserably at it. And now, you either put up or shut up. Stop finding excuses and blaming others, Prime Minister. What I can say, the broader issue, is that we agree the government needs to respond, the security forces need to respond. They can saturate the area for 2 weeks or a month or 2 months. But at the end of the day, we need something beyond the short-term response. We've been responding in this short-term way for at least 5 years, using more states of emergency than had been used in the history of Jamaica. And we have still not seen a sustainable reduction in the violent crime rate. So let's stop using that as an excuse and as a distraction.
Absentee MPs warned of sanctions. Members of Parliament who have consistently missed sittings of the House of Representatives have been warned that they could face sanctions. House Speaker Juliet Holness issued the warning during Wednesday's sitting. Mrs. Holness said the records of attendance were being reviewed to determine the violators.
There are some individuals who, for whatever reason, are absent from the House for an extended time. Please be advised that we will be checking the records so that the individual or individuals who so comply with having been absent from the Parliament over and above what is in keeping with our standing orders will appreciate you will be read out of the Parliament. So just for the benefit of any member listening, we are checking the records.
SOE needed in St. James as parish tops 2023 murder charts. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson says since the start of the year, St. James leads the way where the incidence of violent crime is concerned. The Police Commissioner made the point in justification of Wednesday's declaration of yet another state of public emergency in the parish.
St. James has been one of the more violent parishes in the country, with organized and highly violent criminal gangs, affiliates, and breakaway factions engaged in deadly inter- and intra-gang conflicts. As at November the 6th, the St. James Division recorded 167 murders and 100 shootings, the highest violent crime recorded in any police division, and it is down from where it was. It is down, but we're in nowhere near where it should be. When you add access to funds obtained through advance fee fraud or lotto scamming, the proceeds of the illegal drug trade and extortion, proceeds of which are used to purchase illegal guns and other contract killings, it creates the conditions for what we're seeing. These are the circumstances that are fueling violent crime. We've been arresting these criminal terrorists and violent offenders and disrupting and prosecuting criminal gangs and gang members.
JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.